Majo John Madden, El Diamante, Mexico, part 3 with little Mufafa here of my and the Autopista right behind me. There's somebody coming under it. A couple of somebodies coming under it. There's the Autopista up there. Big superhighway. No, one. A bunch of people riding in the back of the pickup truck. They do it very skillfully. I love to ride in the back of pickup trucks, but I can't do it that casually. I have to sit on the floor. You'll see, there's one that goes by with a pile of like 10 farm workers, 10 big strapping guys who like jump in the truck. They're so physically fit. And they crowd in there and go off to the fields. We're right near a big agricultural area where you see a lot of that. A lot of that. So, continuing part 3 of me and physical courage, Alan. So I found out what car he drove and where he parked. My apartment was on the 5th floor and overlooked the big parking lot across the street where he parked. What time did he come home from work? He had some little job where he was delivering cars for an auto dealership or something. So I laid in wait. And the only time I felt a moment of anxiety, never having had a fight, never having thrown a punch, I was so excited about this. I knew it was the right thing to do. I was so excited. But as he drove in, I had a moment of anxiety. Could I pull this off? Was I going to get hurt? And I'm a performance poet, and there's a mantra there that goes, anxiety plus breath equals excitement. I took a good breath, and I was excited. I got out of the car and stalked him. He saw me from a distance. He knew who it was. We didn't really know each other. He got out of the car brandishing a big metal flashlight. And I really went into the drama of the moment. It was February. It was cold. I had a jacket on. Stripped that off. Threw it aside as I very measured walked towards him, cornering him. Had a down vest on, threw that aside, took my glasses off, which I used to wear back then, threw them, gently set them on the jacket. And as I have Alan cornered, I said to him, it's 2020, Alan. This is before George Floyd. Not by much, but a couple months. 2020, Alan, you can't pull that shit anymore. So he tried to get around me one way, and we wrestled. Tried to get around me another way, we wrestled. I'm not a fighter. I didn't know how to throw a punch, I guess. Finally, he got around me. I stood out there hurling epithets at him, you lily-livered, whatever, chicken shit. He made a big deal of he was calling the cops. I said, bring him on. I waited out there for him. It was a good experience for me. Really good experience for me. And when the cops showed up and took my story, I said it was a lousy fight. Nobody landed one. Nobody went down. And they said, the 3 lady cops, Asheville cops mostly really were to serve and protect in that very progressive town, very progressive city council. Lady cop says, well, he says you hit him, and he's got a red mark on his forehead. And I said, yes, I got him. And she said, don't get excited, he's pressing charges. And I said, charges, smarges. Oh, here's donkeys. I love guys riding on donkeys. Buenos dias. Working with the cattle. A lot of donkeys around here. And Mufasa. Mufasa, he's got several names. Roaming a little wide. The big cell phone tower. And the Autopista. So, they charge. So the cop in the squad car going into the station house to book me. She says, let me get this straight. You punched that guy. Buenos dias. You punched that guy so that your black friend wouldn't, because you figured the legal system would go easier on you. And I said, yeah, that's what I did. And she brightened up and she says, awesome, good work. Nobody's going to hold you for that in this town. And they didn't. And eventually he didn't show up for a court date. It dragged on with the COVID postponements. But finally he didn't show up and it got thrown out. But that was just the start. And it was a real turning point for me. The next day I was driving down the road. And out of the blue I went, yes, I'm a fighter. And I am. I haven't had to have another fight. But I sure don't have physical fear anymore at all. Some little old bitty famous Buddhist scholar in our building said, you men and your testosterone. And I said, well, you know, man, there are women fighters. I've met them. And I have since, especially. Us guys do have the testosterone. And we have a somewhat different relationship with physical violence than women do. So I am not a pacifist. Several other women have said things like, I hope you got that out of your system. And my answer has been, just innocently and honestly, I think it'll be easier next time. And it's been easier because I always make guys back down. I've got a cough. I'm just going to be coughing. I'm going to stop this here.